Well, hello everybody. Thanks for watching. Today's topic, 5 new wave albums from my collection that you probably don't own, but you should add to your collection if you're a fan of that new wave from the 80s, like I am, okay? Now, again, these are not like the best 5 ever. They're just 5 in my collection. I have others that I would probably add, and who knows, maybe in the future I'll make another new 5 from New Wave. But here we go. Enough chat. Let's get to the vinyl, right? Number 1, vinyl from my collection that you probably don't have. Cool if you do, but you probably don't have, and if you see them, grab them. First up, Pearl Harbor and the Explosions. All right, you might remember them from you might remember them from world famous K-Rock out of Pasadena. They played Drive-In, their single, a lot. And if you like that, that's a very close to the style of the way they run their rhythm for a lot of their songs. So if you can get behind Drive-In, this is a good one, because I'm not saying they all sound alike. I'm just saying that style of guitar, jerky guitar, and good grooving, 80s grooving, right here. Pearl Harbor and the Explosions. All right, next up, Code Blue. You probably don't have Code Blue. They have 2 albums. This is their debut. This is really, really good. This also had songs that were getting played around on New Wave radio back in the day. They are most definitely that kind of rock and rolly, new wavy sound that was coming out at the time. Recommend Code Blue debut album. How about, here's one out of left field. I'm betting most of you don't know, but those who know, the Yachts. How about Yachts? This band, great, their debut album. I went crazy over them. They're an acquired taste though, I think, because they're heavy on keyboard. All right, yes, guitars existent, of course, but the songs rely on keyboard up front, so you're gonna have to like that. But they do it well. I don't like it in all my bands, but they do it well. They do it extremely well. Snappy songs, great, again, new wave, smart lyrics. Boys out of England. I went to the Whiskey to see them. I was so crazy over them, I went to the Whiskey to see them, and on their stage they had like big giant sails, like 3 giant sails installed on the little Whiskey stage. So cool. They were very good to see live. Yachts, pick them up if you see them. Divinyls. Now, I bought this album for the single I Touch Myself, but play the entire album. This is very, very good stuff. Punchy, rock and roll, guitar driven, great singing, great vocals. Yeah, power pop. Think early Pat Benatar if they stayed in that groove. But she's also, they've got hints of early Pretenders and all of those great bands that were happening with great female vocalists. Include the Divinyls. See this album? Snag it. You won't regret it. Next up, Gary Myrick. This is number 5. They're in no particular order, okay? Next up, Gary Myrick and the Figures. Again, smart, groovy, dancey, very well written, new wave. Gary Myrick, he was kind of like the genius behind the band, like wrote all the music and everything. I think he played a bunch of the instruments. I saw them open for Missing Persons at Six Flags back when it was called Magic Mountain. Went out there. Gary Myrick and the Figures were the opening band, just as good live presence. Pick this up. This is good stuff. 3/4 of the album you'll love. Maybe you'll love it all. Honorable mention. These guys were in my punk albums video. So I would have picked them over Divinyls, but I had already talked about them, the Brat. I had already talked about them in my punk album. So I didn't want to double dip, but I wanted to say honorable mention. All right, so there you go. 5 albums. The reason why I pull these out is because I think they're obscure to you, and they're so obscure that you're going to see them in the used record bin for 99 cents. $1.99. If you see that, take it. It beats $1.99 McRib or McChicken or whatever else it was that you were thinking about. This is better food. All right? Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.